Hey, what's up? It's the normal playing guy, and guess what? Doubling down on the Earthlings and Earthbred fighters, Yamcha, Int Yamcha, Gocha. He is quite a beast of a unit. He has his Easy A. He came out in 2023, and we already have an Easy A. Well, that's insane. I suppose, in terms of relevant units to bring back into life, there isn't much amongst the Earthling RAF that that you could use. If anything, they're super easy A territory. So we'll have a look at what he did real quick, and then what he does real quick. Previously, he did have a bonus defense, but well, basically it's essentially doubled his start of turn stats, right? 150 gets an extra 150, 2 key gets an extra 2 key, right? Can dodge. His additionals come in with his chance of dodge. So he had additional 10% with every chance of evading enemy attack 10% within the turn, and it's stacked for every super attack he did. So if he did 2 super attacks, he would be at 70% chance to dodge. If he did 3 super attacks, he'd be at 80% chance to dodge, right? So if he got lucky on hidden potential systems, he could have 80 or even 90% chance to dodge, which is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, pretty much it. His super attack did have a good chance of stunning the enemy, so again, pretty bonkers. 170%. I don't imagine this will change, except for maybe this will go into 4 key, but we'll see. This is still right. This get the additional guess. Okay, so it's still 3 key, 170%, but it's the additional 1 key now added on for Earthlings or Turtle School. So what did he do prior? It was okay. So we now get an additional chance to dodge by 20% for 1 turn, 200% for 5 turns, but normally 3 key 200%, high chance of crit 50%, 70% chance to dodge. With this for the first ever turn, that's now 90. Guaranteed additional 70% chance to become a super attack. You now get defense, so he now greatly raises attack and defense. Still 50% chance to stun. Randomly changes key spheres to rainbow, but not the int, so that's nice. So he is good. They've upped his stats and then given him essentially copied and pasted, doubled. Now he's coming in with nearly 10,500 defense, really nice. 16 and a bit thousand there for his attack. I want to say he's old, but he's not. But should you have had a dupe, this is the number you're looking at. But even at 55%, it's going to be all right, right? 90% chance to dodge for the first is really, really nice. But otherwise, this is really nice. If you go beyond that 5 turns, I imagine he's not looking particularly too hot. But yes, for every rainbow key sphere obtained, you get a wicked 40% defense. Chance to dodge 10% before attacking. Okay, so he is actually a slot 1 unit. So when this disappears, you would only realistically need to get 2. On average, you do indeed get 2 in order to get that, right? Because you already have a 50% chance to dodge. So that's nice. No, I'm well wrong. That is 70. It's not 90, it's 70. Where the hell am I getting that from? You have a 70% chance to dodge. So, yeah, okay, you get bonus defense if you ever get hit, and this goes up. So you'd actually end up with, 70%. If you get all 5 rainbow orbs, in fact, realistically, you'd only need to get 4. No, I suppose you can get 5, yeah. If you get all 5 rainbow orbs, you're guaranteed to dodge, but it's very rare you get 5 rainbow orbs. You will probably get 1 or 2. For every attack performed, 40% to stats up to 200, and you get a chance to crit up to 50, so that's nice. So it's nice in the fact that you get attacks here, you get stats here and here. Every rainbow gets you, but also this, and you also get stats on your super attack. So he is going to build up pretty rapid. After you dodge, which again is almost likely, 2 additional normals, each of which have a 50% chance to become a super attack, and this is anywhere. It appears you guarantee that you get an additional in slot 2, And for every super attack performed, you still have that. Okay, so that's a 70% chance. That's the 70% I read. So you have a 70% chance of doing additional super attack. If you dodge, you get 2 more, which have a 50%. So flip a coin, you're likely going to come out with 3 super attacks, which means this goes up by 30%, which means even after this, you're still going to end up on 80%, which is nice. He's still a dodging unit. It's just every time he dodges, or rather more specifically, alongside with his dodges, every attack that he does and his rainbow key, he gets a little bit from a little bit of everything, right? He gets a little bit of here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and potentially, he's going to be absolutely insane. He has an active skill. When you've evaded 4 more attacks, which is super easy, or when an ally attacking in the same turn as Earthbred fighters, so you can pop that turn 1, ultimate damage, and within the turn, all attacks are guaranteed to hit. Okay. Nice. Okay, by the way, that also qualifies as a super attack, by the way. So if you really wanted to get yourself plus 10% to dodge, this actually qualifies. So, sure. He is built like... he's a bit edgy, isn't he? Because if he gets hit, there's not a lot stopping him from taking a lot of damage, because he has this. And you got this for the first 5 turns, but when that turn ends, you better have built this up. Chances are you're going to. But even still, this plus this for your first 5 turns, alright. This plus this, that's not as good. And his offensive viability will also wildly depend on this, right? Every attack performed, you get this. That's fine. Every rainbow key you get as well gets you defense. His defense will randomly go up and down based on how many rainbow orbs that you can get. He is a rainbow orb changer. That means you prioritize him, and you normally come out with 1 or 2, sometimes 3, but it's rare you'll ever get more than that. So his defensive and offensive viability might change drastically depending on the amount of orbs that you do get. However, he is still good at dodging where it's applicable, because he is still good. He's more than likely going to come out with 70 to 80%, period. And with hidden potential and with everything going your way, you can actually get to 100%. In fact, there's 2 ways. You can actually just, where is it? Per rainbow orb you get this. So you can do it with this, but you can also do it with these super attacks coming in, right? Because they also give you the extra 10%. So there are 2 ways of getting a really high amount of dodge, but this guy's all going to be on dodge. But that's very edgy, because if he gets hit, it's not a lot stopping him from taking that hit pretty hard. You can build him however you wish. People are going to have vastly different success rates. It's not really going to matter. If I was to say anything, don't put dodge. If anything, put additionals, because he needs the additional super attack. But other than that, you can do anything you want, really. Hell, put more dodge on, so he actually has another reason to dodge. Coming in with the teams, he's DB based and Earthlings. So Earthlings get a really nice buff. So do Earthbred fighters. He is a unit you would put on the Earthbred fighters and indeed Earthlings in Saint Saga. No doubt, they are pretty mighty. The teams in question you run with, that's a question. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, because Ultimate Gohan, he's an Earthbred fighter, but he's not worthy rivals, and I don't think this in particular unit is Kamehameha. And he's certainly not Saint Saga, nor is this guy, but he is Turtle School and he is Earthbred. And then you've got Ultimate Gohan, which is not, absolutely. GT is out of the question altogether. This could be a good one. Earthbred Saiyan Saga could be pretty decent. Yeah, and Turtle. Yeah, so that could be a good one. And has an easy A, super easy A, but it's not Saiyan Saga. The only reason I choose Saiyan Saga is it's most likely where you're going to be running him, because that's mostly the team that he's on. If you think about, yeah, so because like it is Saiyan Saga, but like Earthbred fighters or even Earthlings, again, most of them do show up inside Saiyan Saga, which is often why it'd be the best. It can be a bit of a mess, but if you happen to throw him on, he will be able to hold his own. Slot 1, 2 or 3 would be really nice. As 2 or 3 in particular, he is going to have more attacks to throw at you. So he's going to be good in any. Slot 1 and 3 are most likely where you'll have him, based on where the enemy has their attack. But with 2 of the 3 slots pretty much covered, even if you don't have any links active, even if you only have, say, Fierce Battle, that's actually still not too bad. The guy can look after himself. It's an easy A done well. They've taken what he is and they've turned him up from 10 to 11. But that actually is something. The increase in stats, the increase from 120, well, whatever it was before, to 200. It's all really good. Having the extra dodge, even though it's only 20%, it's really nice. They've now given him build up here, build up here, build up here, and then you can build up here on your on this. You know, each one gives him a little bit of stats. Each one gives him a little, gives him an additional chance to dodge. Each one gives him more stats. So it all helps and snowballs into something big. So he's a decent easy A, right? His only real flaw is probably due to the limiting factor of Earthbred, Earthlings and Turtle School, or any relevant super units for Saiyan Saga. That's really it. He's just limited to the teams. Other than that, he's still an absolute beast. Yeah, dominant elite. No, seriously, he really is quite a dominant elite in this particular sense. But yeah, that's it. I reckon he's good. He could be better. Maybe slap guard, right? Maybe slap damage reduction. I don't know. Maybe like chance of, and and damage reduction goes up by 10% within the term of every super attack. That makes sense. That way, if he gets hit, at least that unit will not be going down. So that's nice. But hey, there you go. Right, that's it. That's enough videos for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Let me know how you think, how he went on. It's a nice free 30 stones. So yeah, great. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye bye.